Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim wa salatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. My dear students, I'd like to welcome you to a new class. Today we're going to have the workbook, and you're supposed to be ready with your books and your pens to write down what we are going to do together. So you're always known to be hardworking students, and you're kindly asked to open your workbooks on page 15. Rather, your workbooks on page 16. Thank you. Alright. The first exercise we have here is about read the texts and write which sports are being described. Choose 5 sports from the list, underline the words and or phrases that helped you. Football, baseball, hockey, taekwondo, ping pong or table tennis, volleyball, polo, basketball, squash, badminton. Okay. I'd like you to read the paragraphs about each sport and try to figure them out. A bat and ball sport played between 2 teams of 9 players each. The objective of the game is to score runs by hitting a ball with a bat and touching the 4 bases arranged at the corners of a 90-foot square or diamond-shaped field. Teams take turns batting and fielding. The fielding team tries to stop 3 hitters of the batting team from touching the base. The players on the batting team take turns hitting the ball that the pitcher of the fielding team throws. It has become the national sport of the United States. What do you think? A team sport in which 2 teams of 5 players try to score points by throwing a ball through a hoop mounted on a backboard. The team with the most points at the end of the game wins. The ball can be advanced on the court by bouncing it while running or passing it to a teammate. Players are not allowed to take steps carrying the ball in their hands. Rule violations are called fouls. What do you think? So for the first sport, it's baseball, and the second is basketball. Now, which phrases help you to figure out the first sport? Batting. Okay. Alright. Yeah. The objective of the game is to score runs by hitting a ball with a bat and touching the 4 bases. Good. And what about basketball? What made you believe it is basketball being described? You are right there. Players score by trying to score points by throwing a ball through a hoop mounted on a backboard. Right. And then, let's carry on with the rest of this exercise. It's a game that can be played 2 or 4 players. The players hit a lightweight, hollow ball back and forth using rackets as they stand at the 2 ends of a hard table divided by a net. Players have to hit the ball to return it to their opponent after only 1 bounce. The pace of the game is very quick and players need to react accordingly. Table. Right. It's table tennis or ping pong. It is claimed to be the world's most popular martial art. A loose translation of its name could be the art of the foot and fist, or the art of kicking and punching. It combines combat techniques, self-defense, exercise, as well as philosophy. It's clear. It's crystal clear. Huh? You are right there. The art of the foot and fist. Right. The art of kicking and punching. Taekwondo. It originated in Britain in the late 19th century. It is usually played between 2 players, singles, or 2 teams of 2 players each, doubles. Each player uses a racket to strike a hollow rubber ball covered with felt over a net and into the opponent's side. of the court. The surface of the court is usually clay, asphalt, or grass. What do you think? You were right there, tennis. Let's move to another activity. From this very nice picture in a park with those smiling members of the family, the exercise reads, jot as many action verbs as you can, turning them into gerunds and using them in sentences describing the picture you see. Some of the verbs we can think of might be sit, smile, gather. Of course, language is flexible and dozens of verbs can be put here. Now, who has the guts to give me complete sentences describing the pictures and starting with gerunds as subjects? Here are the writer's suggestions. Sitting on grass and watching children playing in a sunny morning is one of the most enjoyable things for parents. Can you see? Sitting on the grass. This is the subject of the sentence. And then you can put the appropriate completion you have. Okay. Another suggestion for another second sentence. Smiling conveys tranquility and invokes happiness. Sure, it does. Family gatherings and the beauty of nature add or increase joy and fun. You see, family gatherings. Here we got the gerund phrase. And then we've come to the last exercise we have today, which is a writing exercise. As I repetitively said, that when you have an essay or a paragraph to write, try to have this word map and try to jot the main topics so that your writing becomes logically arranged, so that you can concretize coherence and cohesion, okay, in your writing. So describe the best sporting event you've ever seen, in person or on TV. Answer the following questions. What sport was it? Who was in the competition? Where did you see it? Who were you with? Who won? What made it exciting? Describe highlights of the game or event. First, make notes in the word map. Suggestions in this word map might be like this. And now it's your turn to study this word map and try to write an essay describing a sporting event that you saw or attended in a good way, and don't forget to send it back to me via the school website. Thank you so much, my dear students, and wait for me in another class.